I grew up in a part of town where dreams were a luxury most people couldn't afford. We didn't talk about what we wanted to be when we grew up. We talked about making it through the week. We talked about bills, broken fridges, and sometimes skipping meals so the lights could stay on. I wasn't angry about it. It was just life, normal. But there was one place that always felt different. It was 5 blocks away from our apartment, a small, quiet public library that smelled like old wood and possibility. I remember the first time I stepped inside. I must have been 8 or 9. The door creaked when I pushed it open, and the warm air inside wrapped around me like a blanket. The librarian looked up, smiled, and said nothing, just nodded, like she was glad I'd come. The shelves stood tall like giants, filled with names I didn't recognize and words I hadn't yet learned. I walked slowly like I was in a sacred space. But what changed everything was the library card. I still remember how it felt in my hand. Thin, plastic, and printed with my name. My name. For the first time, something official belonged to me. Books began to follow me home like friends. I read in corners, under blankets, on the fire escape when it was too hot inside. The characters became my teachers. The stories taught me new words, new worlds, new ways of thinking. And slowly, something inside me began to shift. I began to believe I could become something more than a boy from a forgotten street. Years later, when I graduated from university, something no one in my family had ever done, I found that old library card in a shoebox under my bed. It was bent and faded, but I held it like a medal, because it wasn't just a card, it was proof. Proof that something small can change everything. Today, I'm a teacher. And when my students tell me they're not smart enough or rich enough or lucky enough, I smile, and I tell them about a little boy who found hope in a building full of dusty books and carried a future in the pocket of his secondhand jeans. Sometimes the smallest thing, like a card, a sentence, a smile, can change your direction. Thank you for listening. Keep learning, keep dreaming,